It is okay. I will not hurt you. I will not hurt you.
The year was 2247. The human exploration vessel Horizon's Edge was traveling deep into an unexplored star system when they discovered an abandoned alien research facility. Completely destroyed, silent, and unsettling. The mission was meant to be a simple exploration, but what they found there changed the entire crew's lives forever. This is the story of Dr. Elena Voss, a xenobiologist whose job was to study new species. But what she learned on this mission wasn't written in any textbook. The moment they entered the facility, the crew felt an eerie silence. Old bloodstains marked the walls, machinery lay broken everywhere, and a heavy stillness hung over the entire place. The security team moved forward, weapons raised, ready for any danger. Elena walked behind them, running her scanner. Suddenly, her device began beeping. Something living was nearby. "There's something there," she said quietly, pointing toward a dark corner. Security swung their lights toward it, and what they saw stunned everyone. A small furry creature, about the size of an adult cat, curled up and hiding in the corner. Its eyes were large, its teeth sharp, and its entire body trembled slightly from fear. "What is this?" a soldier asked, raising his weapon toward it. "There's no documentation for this in our database." The commander immediately gave the order, "Neutralize it now. This is an unknown species, could be unpredictable." But as the soldier raised his weapon, Elena stepped forward, blocking his path with her hand. "Wait!" she shouted. "It's just a baby. Look, it's terrified." The commander glared at her. "Dr. Voss, we don't know how dangerous this could be. Protocol says neutralize unknown threats immediately." "Protocol also says we're here for research," Elena replied, her voice firm. "Just give me 5 minutes." The commander hesitated, then signaled his soldiers to back off, though their weapons remained ready. Elena slowly approached the corner, hands out in front of her, palms open, as though comforting a frightened child. "Hey!" she said very gently. "I'm not going to hurt you. You're completely safe." The creature looked at her, letting out a shrill cry, baring its sharp teeth. But Elena didn't back away. "Ah, such little teeth," she said with a smile, keeping her voice perfectly soft. "You're just trying to protect yourself, aren't you? Just like anyone would." For several minutes, Elena sat there, slowly extending her hand, pausing, pulling back. The creature's growling gradually softened. Eventually, its curiosity overcame its fear, and it stretched its head forward, sniffing at Elena's fingers. The entire security team held their breath. "Good girl," Elena whispered as the creature gently touched her palm. "See, I told you. You're safe." The commander didn't move from his spot, but astonishment was clearly written across his face. "I've never seen anything like this," he muttered. Elena slowly lifted the creature into her arms. It trembled slightly, but it no longer tried to attack. "We need to bring it aboard the ship," Elena said, turning to her commander. "This isn't a threat. It's just been left alone. Its entire species may have died out here." The commander thought for a moment, then finally nodded. "Fine, but it's your responsibility. If it hurts anyone, it won't." Elena cut him off with complete conviction. Once back aboard the ship, Elena kept the creature in her quarters, observing it carefully. She noticed it was remarkably intelligent. It could understand human body language, sense their emotions. When Elena felt sad, the creature would come sit beside her, as if trying to offer comfort. She named it Kess. Slowly, Kess became comfortable with the entire crew too. At first, people were afraid. After all, this was an unknown alien species whose origins no one understood. But Kess's innocence, her playful nature, and her deep bond with Elena slowly won everyone over. One day, a young crew member working in engineering, Jake, was troubled. An important project of his had failed, and he sat alone in his cabin, feeling down. Suddenly, Kess appeared at his door, making a soft sound. "How did you get here?" Jake asked, surprised, a small smile forming. Kess walked over and sat beside him, resting her head on his leg. Somehow, Jake didn't understand how, but his mood began to lift. These moments kept happening. Kess seemed to understand the crew's emotions. When someone was sad, she'd go to them. When someone was happy, she'd play with them. Across the entire ship, Kess had become an unofficial comfort companion. But everything wasn't so simple. Weeks later, an urgent message arrived from command. Horizon's Edge was being immediately recalled from the system, over concerns that any species discovered at the facility could pose a threat to Earth. They ordered that Kess either be left behind at the facility or sent to a research base for quarantine and study, where she risked being treated like nothing more than a lab specimen. When Elena received the order, her heart shattered. She immediately contacted command. "You don't understand," she said, her voice filled with both anger and pain. "Kess isn't a weapon, isn't a threat. She's a living being who has bonded with us. If you take her, she'll become nothing but a research subject, and I won't allow that." The command officer replied sternly, "Dr. Voss, deviating from protocol isn't possible. This species is unverified." Elena sent her complete research files, Kess's intelligence, her emotional capacity, the details of her bond with humans. She wrote, "This creature is not a threat. She is more emotionally intelligent than many humans I know. If you take her, we will only be harming an innocent life, without learning anything from it." For several days, there was no response. Meanwhile, the entire crew stood behind Elena and Kess. The commander, who had initially been hesitant, added to his own report, "In my 20 years of service, I have never seen this level of loyalty and intelligence in any species. I request this decision be reversed." Finally, command reversed their decision, but with one condition: Kess could not go to Earth. Instead, she would remain permanently aboard Horizon's Edge, for both research and companionship, under Elena's direct supervision. Elena accepted the condition gladly. "This is Kess's home now," she said, tears of joy in her eyes. With us. Months passed. Kess became not just Elena's companion, but an official morale support member of the entire ship. Whenever a mission grew stressful, whenever the crew needed emotional comfort, Kess was there, helping everyone in her own small, innocent way. One night, while the ship slept, security raised an alert. Alien creatures had been spotted in an unauthorized area. When the team arrived, they found Kess, along with some newly discovered babies, which Elena had found and rescued during a later research expedition. All curled up asleep on a human crew member's bed, peaceful, sharing their body warmth. The security officer, weapon raised, froze the moment he saw the scene. He picked up his radio. "Command, false alarm. This is just family." This moment became a symbol for the entire ship, of how fear and the unknown, given time and understanding, had transformed into something entirely new. Years later, when Horizon's Edge completed its mission and returned toward Earth, Kess and her small family were with them. No longer a threat, but a beloved part of the ship's crew. Elena wrote in her final report, "On this mission, we didn't discover new planets or new resources. We found something far more valuable, proof that fear is often born simply from the unfamiliar. When we move forward with understanding and love, we often find belonging even in worlds completely different from our own." This story was never just about an alien creature. It proves that a true connection isn't bound by species, language, or planet. Sometimes, the most unfamiliar, most frightening thing can become the most cherished bond, with nothing more than a little love and patience. If you enjoyed this story, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments. If you were Elena, what would your first reaction have been upon seeing Kess?